So, good morning again. This is L2 investors, and this is the second day. We are going to in the deeper aspects of the investment and trading as promised. So, I'm starting now. As there was suggestion yesterday that we have to uh, keep this webinar in Hindi and English on a separate time. So, for your information, from 12:15 we are going to start with Hindi also, right? And we have created a Facebook page also by the name L2E Investors. So the recording will be there also, or you can watch the recording of the same on YouTube channel of the L2 Investors. I will share the link with you people after the class, right? So here, whatsoever we have learned yesterday, with the help of few PPTs, there are different options of investment. And today also, my senior colleague, Dr. Roma Singh, is with me, and she will also add on her valuable solution in between. So what is a stock? Starting from the basic again, what we have learned yesterday, the different options. Now today we are going to stock, and now today itself we are going into deeper aspects of the one of the important strategies of trading also, right? So we'll reach up to there as well as investment. So what is a stock? Like there is a company, and you are the partner of the company. Say there is a company, value of that company, for example, is say 100 rupees, and you have invested 125 rupees in that company. So you are the owner of 25% of the company, or the 1/4 of the company. So whatsoever the profit, will also get 25% profit of that part, right? So this is your 25% shareholder of that company, right? So stock or the equity or the share, all three are the same term, right? The security that represents the ownership fraction. Say that a particular company is having 1,000 share and you have taken one share, so you are the partner of 1 upon 1,000 times, right? So on the similar manner, if there is, there are 8,000, almost 8,000 companies listed in a stock market, and you can buy share of any company. So you can become the partner of any company at a given price. So you can buy any business, you can join any business, right? So it is actually this business is run by the management who holds the more than 50% share, or who holds the maximum share. They run the business and you are the partner. But there is a annual general meetings, or you can send your suggestion, you can vote according to your number of shares, you can take part in the decisions of the meeting also, right? So further, how one can buy shares? The next question is, if you want to buy shares, right? So uh, most of you know that you have to open an account that is known by them demat account, right? You cannot buy share directly from the share market. In the early days, the people in the Bombay Stock Exchange, in the National Stock Exchange, they used to go to the stock exchange, and they trade shares by yelling to each other that I want to buy on this price, I want to buy on this price. But everything with the modern technology become digitalized, and it again depends upon the basic principle of economy, the demand and supply principle. And if you want to buy a particular share, there should be a seller. If you want to sell a particular share, there should be a buyer. So the person who wants to buy at the maximum price, and the person who wants to sell at the lowest price, once their price will match, that there will be trading. For that, you have to open a trading account and a demat account. Just like a trading account will help you to trade those shares, and a demat account is a virtual account where your shares will be uh, there, just like your locker, right? So you can keep your shares in your demat account. Generally, all the companies, those are the broking firms actually, they allow you to open trading and demat account together, right? So how can you open a demat account? You can open a demat account with any of the financial institutions like ADFC, Zerodha, Upstocks, Angel Broking. So many brokers are there. The very famous is ICICI Direct. The difference is in the services and the charges also. I'm coming to the charges later on, but What do you need to open account? You need your KYC details. It means your ID proof, your PAN card, your Aadhaar. You must have your checkbook or your account details that you have to submit with the broker. Once you submit all the details, there is a charges. Generally, those charges are very limited now, 200 to 300 rupees per year, and your Demat account will be get opened. Now, the most brokers and brokerage platforms now have their online KYC. You need not to go to any bank. You can open your account with the help of mobile phone, or you can open your account with the help of your laptop also. So that is very easy process now. In earlier days, we have to sign almost 60-65 signs in a form, then only that Demat account get open. Now you can open account within 12 to 15 hours. Once you submit your application, everything is correct, your account, you will get a mail that your account is open. So that is quite an easy process, right? You must have a bank account and you have a valid PAN and Aadhaar. That is all. So once open your account, you can trade, and your broker or brokerage company open via the portal, offline via phone call. It means some of the brokers, they will allow you to trade with the help of phone call also. Otherwise, you can trade with the online platform also. Sometimes the broker, they allow both the facilities. Say you have traded something and you want to trade more, or you want to return that trade, you can call that broker and can say that this is my identity and I want to close that particular trade. I want to sell those shares or I want to buy those shares. That is also allowed. But in most of the full-time brokers now, they are giving service on an online basis only, right? So it's up to you what kind of services you are comfortable, right? Further, now the next question comes: what does it cost to invest in the stock market, right? Uh, See, this is a big question. A big question means there is a different kind of charges that the people they used to pay in the stock market, and it depends upon the quality of the trade that broker also. Like banking brokers like HDFC, ICICI, the brokerage charges are quite high. But the people think that they are very reliable, they are easy to use. But in the last 3, 4, 5 years, market has changed, and in the change scenario, now there is number of brokers, including some of them are like Zerodha, Upstocks, and so many. You might have seen the number of advertisement also. The Demat, other than Demat charges, for the rest of the things, like rest of the like brokerage, there is no brokerage in case of cash stock delivery, right? Huh. But it does not mean that you're going to buy a share, you're going to sell a share without any charges. That charges is actually in terms of the taxes that you have to pay to the government of India, right? This is the one thing. There is two depositories. One is known as NSDL, another is known as CDSL. The CDSL share is also listed and going like anything. So what you can do is you can open account as per your convenience, but our suggestion is you should open your account with a full-time broker. So if you are taking a number of trades, so your brokerage should be less. The people they trade with ICICI also, they trade with HDFC also, and they feel comfortable, it's up to them. But if you want to save money, everything is under the guidance of SEBI. It's our idea to trade with a full-time broker instead of a bank related Demat account or a trading account, right? Now the taxes, there are various kind of taxes that you have to pay. One is the security transaction tax that you have to pay while buying the shares or selling the shares. So if you buy a share on 100 rupees, you sell it on 100 rupees, you're going to get loss. You're surely going to get loss, right? Because while buying the share, you have paid certain amount of transaction tax, and while selling also you have paid a certain amount of transaction tax. Though your broker has not charged anything, but still you're going to lose the money. Other than that, there are capital gain tax, that is long-term capital gain tax, and there is short-term capital gain tax. Short-term capital gain tax is 15% right now, and long-term capital gain is 10% right now. There is a definition that gets changes, and what is in the air that they are saying that in this budget they are going to eradicate, or they are going to and this long-term capital gain tax. If this will happen, the share market will jump at least 2% on the same day, right? Because that will create a good sentiment on the market, right? So moving further, what can invest on this? What can you invest in the stock market? With big question, right? This is the question everybody wants to get answer. Where should I invest, right? There are different financial statement that we have seen yesterday also, the equity shares, bonds, mutual fund, exchange traded funds. This is one important thing that we have not talked about yesterday, ETF. Like there are mutual funds, there are exchange traded funds, they trade in the stock market, and you can trade on the same with the help of your demat account. On the equity traded fund, there is a group of shares, or there is a bullion like gold or silver, and you can buy or you can sell that at one click only. So you can uh, treat them as a online mutual funds, and they are easy, they are having less charges, and they are more liquid than the traditional mutual funds, right? And the derivative, I'm not going into the deeper aspects of derivative now, because what we have suggested that we are going to teach in the initial classes only basics. If I'll come to the derivative in the first and second class, that will not be able to understand. Those have started new. So definitely we are going to tell you about derivatives also, but in the later days. I want to declare that these classes will go on for the 3.5 months. Every Saturday and Sunday we'll try. If there is no other problem, then we will try to continue the 3.5 months, right? So coming further, how are the stock categorized? There are different kind of stocks, and the people say that you have to always invest in a bigger stocks like Reliance, TCS, Infosys, right? What are they? These are known as large cap stocks. Actually, the people and that the SEBI, they decide according to actually what happens. This large cap, mid cap, and small cap, sometimes micro cap. Another thing is nano cap. Different kind of stocks available in the market, and these stocks are according to market capitalization of that particular company in the stock market. When we say market capitalization means, you'll say the total number of shares of a particular company in the market and total value of that is the market cap. You might have seen that sometimes you see a news on the newspaper or the radio channel that Mukesh Ambani is now number one in India according to the total wealth. And the next day you see that no, Mukesh Ambani is not the number one now. So why? How does it happen? Because the share price of a particular company, Reliance Industries, that Mukesh Ambani owns, on a particular day, if the Reliance price starts increasing, the total wealth, because Mukesh Ambani is the biggest shareholder or the promoter of the Reliance company. So whenever the prices of Reliance starts increasing, the total wealth that we calculate starts increasing for the Mukesh Ambani also. And next day it falls, the wealth of Mukesh Ambani also falls. So this is how that market capitalization or the market cap calculated. So the big companies, those are over 10,000 crore. They are generally termed as large cap, and then mid cap and small cap. These categorization are more important for those that invest in the mutual fund, because you have to choose those mutual fund accordingly, that what kind of stocks you're choosing for. It's not always sure that you're going to invest in a company that is large cap, then only the company will grow, or there you'll get a better growth in a small cap company. It depends on what kind of share you're choosing. And in fact, whenever we buy a particular stock, we pay the price, and whatsoever we get, the value. This is a very important thing. We will come to this particular fact later on also. So how to operate in a stock market? Right. There are two things. One is investment, another is trading. The thing is, if you are going to buy a share per month, 2 months, or the 3 months, believe me, that is not investment. Right. Investment is the term that is for the years. You are going to invest for at least 3 to 5 years. That is investment. At least I'm telling to you. Otherwise, everything is trading, either short-term trading or long-term trading. So if you want to invest, then there is a different idea. If you want to trade, then there's a different idea. But for that, you have to decide what do you want to do. Right. In fact, you can create two different portfolios also. In one you can invest, another you can trade. You want to do both the things. See, investment and trading both are having their pros and cons. We're going to discuss it. So your investment approach, see, this is interesting, and you have to read it carefully. The first thing to consider is how to start investing in stock. Some investors choose to buy individual stock, while others take a less active approach. Try this. Which of the following statement best describe you, right? And be honest. I'm an analytical person and enjoy crunching numbers, and doing research means you check every day how much is the sales of a company, how much there is debt on the company, how much amount of dividend they're giving, what is the PE. These kind of terms will, I know the few of the people, they do not know these terms, but we are going to discuss that. You are well versed on all these things, and you do all this research. Otherwise, you can say the second sentence, I had mess and don't want to do ton of homework. The third, I have to several hours of each week to dedicate the stock market investing. Right. I like to read about the different companies I can invest in, but don't have any desire to dive into the anything math related. I'm busy professional. I don't have time to learn how to analyze stock. And the last one is a very important thing. The good news is that regardless which of these statements you agree with, you are still great candidate to become a stock market investor. The only thing that will change is how. It means it depends upon what kind of investors you want to become. Everything is good. Even you want to go for the numbers, or you want to go to analyze the company, or you don't want to do all these things. You want to only remain active, right? Again, this is very important. This is the most important thing. Decide how much will you invest in the stock market. So say the general rule that what we say is whatsoever your total wealth minus your age, say your age is say 30 years, then you have to invest 100 minus 30, 70% of your wealth into the stock market. Say your age is 50 years, then you should invest 50% of your wealth into the stock market. That is thumb rule that is given. But you may the number of people may differ. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, they invest 90 to 95% their wealth in the stock market. It depends upon how active you are, but that is the thumb rule. But what kind of money you should invest? Yesterday, Rama Madam has told you that you should not invest your emergency fund. You should not invest borrowed money into the stock market, because stock market fluctuates, and if really need that money, it may happen at that particular point of time the market is down and you not be able to draw out your money, or you have to move out of the market on loss. So first, let's talk about the money. You shouldn't invest in a stock. The stock market, no place for the money that you might need within the next 5 years at a minimum. So if you are going for the investment, it's not about trading, it's about investment. You won't go for the investment, then the general idea, the good idea is you have to keep invested for the 5 years. So the stock market will almost certainly rise over the long run. Simply too much uncertainty in that stock market short term. In fact, आपने देखा है, it goes up by 10% now also, right? What we have seen the Nifty at the level of 18,600, and we have seen the level of 16,400. So it goes like any day it may go 10% down or the 5% up, right? So COVID-19 pandemic, within few days the market down by, say the market was somewhere around 12,400 and has gone down to up to the 7,700 Nifty level. So 40% down, right? And within few days, like, and you should not invest your emergency fund. This is a general idea that you should keep 3 to 6 months of the money on your saving account that you can approach any point of time during emergency. Like money you need to for say education of your child or your vacation program. You should not take that money to the stock market. This is the idea, right? Here are the 7 things investor consider while picking a stock. Now coming to the core area, how to choose a stock while investing. This is about investor. This is not about trading. I will come to trading. I'm going to deal with our technique also, how to trade. If you want to trade in the stock market, then at the end I'm going to deal with a technique. You can learn that technique and you can take advantage of that. The only thing you have to be patient. One very important sentence of the stock market. given by Warren Buffett. He says that a stock market is the machine which transfers the money from impatient to patient, right? So try to understand this again. The stock market is the machine which transfers the money from impatient to the patient person. So if you're patient, you're going to get the money, that is for sure. Either in investing or in trading. Definitely investing, you need more amount of patience. So trend in earning growth, right? How the company is doing and which area the companies are doing good. Like what we have seen in the last 10 to 15 years, that the IT companies are earning like anything, and still they are doing very, very good in Indian market. What we have seen recently, the textile companies started doing very good. Sugar companies, due to that alcohol blending on the petrol, they have started doing very, very good. So whatsoever the trend, we have to follow that. Company's strength related to its peers, like there are, say, peers means that company, like you will take SBI, that is a PSU bank, then Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, then other banks, those are the peers of that particular bank. If I take ICICI, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, these are also peers. I will take TCS, then Infosys, then Dixon Technology, then HCL Tech, those are the peers, right? Then comes the third important thing, debt to equity ratio in line with the industry norms. Like what happens is, most of the company, this is the basic idea of the investment. Like what happens, that this is a very important, because the stock market also grows with the goes in the inverse with the that is interest rate. Whenever the interest rate is low, the industry will be able to draw more amount of money from the banks. They can get the money on the lesser interest rate, and they can invest in their business, and they have to pay less amount of interest payment, so they can grow more, or they can get cheap money, they can grow more. So in general, every company takes certain amount of debt every now and then, right? And with the help of that, they build their business. But sometimes that debt is become so high that they become the part of debt net. What happens is, condition comes when company has to take more amount of loan to pay their interest. That is the worst condition. And we have seen certain companies, like one of the company, Suzlon Industries, might have seen that company in the stock market. Suzlon is related to green energy and all those areas, especially solar. And initially that company was started by the promoter with a very great idea, but the debt burden on the company was such a heavy burden that company started receding like anything. And now with the new vision, they have started few new things, and they started reducing their debt. And this is general notion in the industry, that every promoter wants to reduce their loan or their debt continuously. In fact, like Mukesh Ambani in last AGM declared that we are going to reduce our debt by 2023 and almost zero. Tata Motors is also having the same idea, right? So in this period, when the interest rate is very, very low, these companies are taking advantage of the low interest rate. So we must consider, while choosing a share, how much debt on a particular company. Price to earning ratio may not help to provide market value, but the intrinsic value, right? Price to earning ratio is PE ratio. What is the price of the share and what is the earning per share per year. So that is generally that the stock market pays some ranges between 25 to 42, 45, and sometimes more also, if I'm taking the whole stock market. But recently in the recent past, what we have seen, that some of the companies are having PE very, very high. Even we have seen the PE of some of the USA stock, US market stock, up to 6,000. And compare with a stock like an Indian market, Steel Authority of India Limited, trades with a PE of only 3, right? So 3 to 6,000 is the PE. So it depends upon PE, actually gives you the idea that how much price of the share and how much is the earning of that particular company. But it all depends upon what kind of business that is. Like metal shares, generally the PE is between 6 to 7, right? If the PE becomes 8, 9, 10, the people say that share is now costly. The PE becomes 4, 5, then people say that the that share is cheap. So it all depends upon what kind of industry that is. And the PE is now, because the modern technology shares are there, keep on increasing. They keep on their price keep on increasing. Even their P is very very high. That's why the PE may not give you the correct idea, but the intrinsic value is the idea. If you're going to invest in a share which for a long term, for at least 5 years, 3 years, then you should go with the intrinsic value. Intrinsic value means real value. Like what is intrinsic value? Let me give you the idea. Say if you want to buy a hotel is there, you want to go to buy that hotel, and the hotel, there is a building and there is a brand value, and there is other assets of the hotel. There is advertisement created by the hotel. There is some of the clients, those are the valuable clients for the hotel, and that hotel is having all those value. That is brand values also there. There are different things are there. So you'll go to buy a hotel. Definitely the hotel person, that owner, will not going to sell you the hotel on the value of the that property only. Instead of that, all the things together will create the value of the hotel. In fact, what kind of business that hotel is earning since last few years, 3 4 5 years, that also comes into the calculation. So say, and what is the value of the money for you? It means on what rate of interest prevailing in your area, that also decides the intrinsic value of the company. So that intrinsic value, and you need not to calculate all these things. I'm going to show you. These all things are available on the different websites. On the basis of that, you can decide that a particular share is below intrinsic value or above intrinsic value, right? And the fifth thing, how a company treats dividends. What is dividend? हिंदी में बोलते हैं लाभांश. It means a company who is generating profit. Sometimes that in every quarter or the once in a year, company generates and provides dividend to shareholders. It means say you are owner of a one share of a company which total value is 100 rupees, or the 10 shares are there, and the company generates 10 rupees profit. So you must get 1 rupee profit out of that. But it may happen the company may develop more businesses and try to invest the profit again in the company. So it depends. But as people sometimes like the dividend creating shares because that is a regular income, and the number of shares they provide regular dividends, and the people they consider that is a good idea, right? Effectiveness and executive leadership, that is very important, especially in the Indian stock market. Like what happens, who maintains the business, who manages the business? Definitely the promoters. The promoters are good, they are honest, then the company will grow in the leap and bounds. But what happens, sometimes the promoters, they start cheating over the investors, just like what we have seen in case of Satyam, what we have seen in case of Yes Bank. Just because that promoters or the management was not honest, and we have seen that value of the investors eroded like anything. If these kind of issue on any of the shares, you should not consider even that is any damn cheap. You should not buy those shares because these shares will create that will erode wealth like anything. Like, and the long-term strength and stability, how old is the company and how they're performing in the market, how their sales going on quarter on quarter. So I'm coming to this particular website, and I'm going to show you that where you can check all those things. This is one of the site that is known as Money Control. Wait a minute. I'm going to share my screen again. So this is moneycontrol.com, and on the moneycontrol.com, here at the top, you can write any of the share. Like I can write any share, say Tata Motors. Once you write Tata Motors, you're going to get all the details. The last day price, that is 490.60. Going down, there is strength given, right? Therefore, increasing profit every quarter for the last 2 quarters, right? Weaknesses, red flag, high interest payment. compared to the earning. Where in case of Tata Motors, we feel that this company is good. Okay, that may be good, but they are paying very, very high interest more than their earning. Opportunities, broker upgraded recommendation for the target price. Number of brokers, they upgraded. And strike price low, PE is less than 10. It is written there, just see on this particular. And the threat, the firms linked with the ongoing regulatory investigation that is also going on. And there is, this is the different values that is given. This is the chart. You can get any months or the any days or any week number of charts here, and you can change it also in the weekly chart. You can change it to the monthly chart, and then you can see how the company behaves. Just see the Tata Motors has taken a complete U-turn from this particular point and it started increasing like anything on just one thing, that is electric vehicles. So Tata Motor is now pioneer in India in the terms of electric vehicle. Another important thing, see the volume, how much shares getting traded at the bottom. So just see at the bottom, the number of people started accumulating share, and now the share is increasing. So Tata Motor is having their idea that they are going to reduce their debt. That is the major threat in case of Tata Motor. Right. Then there comes price and volume. How the volume is going on, the say 1 week volume or the today's volume or 1 month volume, and how much the share is performing, the price performance that is also on this side, that is price performance that is also given here. But if you want to check the what we call intrinsic value, then there is a site called Ticker-Tapp. That is Ticker-Tapp, TICKER-TAP, Ticker-Tapp.in, and you can go there. You can write the name of any share like Tata. The Axis Bank is already there, so you can go to the Axis Bank and you can check the basics. It is clearly written. Just see at the just below the place order, investment checklist. The intrinsic value, current price is less than the intrinsic value, so you need not to calculate. This is a paid site. If you pay the money, they will give you the more idea about their finances and everything. But the basic things are already there. Their PE ratio 31.15, then the sector P is 28.05, and everything. And there is a pro version also, and you can get all these things. And what is the forecast for that particular share, that is also given in the Ticker-Tapp. So it's up to you that what kind of shares you are choosing. But importantly, while investing in a particular share, you should keep a very, very long view. You should keep a very, very long view. Very, very long means at least 3 to 5 years you are going to invest in that particular share. Because if you chosen a share, you should not start searching for all these things while after buying the share. You should search, you should complete your homework before entering into a share, and do not feel that you are going to lose anything. There is one term called FOMO, fear of missing out. That should not be in mind. Every day in the stock market, there are a number of shares available to buy on a cheaper rate. So you are always having your chances available in the market. Now coming back to the PPT again. So here this is very important. The next thing is trading. Let me explain you. We are giving you only the basic idea. We will elaborate classes. We'll give you more detailed classes about fundamentals also and about trading also. So this is the idea, that this is the class in which we are going to give you basic idea. But in today's class itself, we are going to give you one idea related to trading, and very, very good idea that is, but at the end. So coming to the trading, and in the trading there is 80% sentiment and 20% technical. I feel that Dr. Roman Singh will like to elaborate on this. So please.
Yes, thank you, Priyansh, and good morning, everybody. Here it is written that 80% sentiment and 20% technical. What do we mean by sentiments here? it is standard that everybody who is into this market understand this thing very well, whether they have understand by experiment or experience, or whether it has been told and they follow this thing. Sentiments are of two ways. Sentiments are there: market sentiments as well as your sentiments while you are trading or you investing. You know, you are dealing with your hardcore earned money. And when you are taking decisions, it is very important, very, very, very important that you are calm, cool, patient. You are in a good health. You don't have any burden. You don't have any meeting after you are taking decision. Because there are so many things involved. And if you are not taking any decision with a peace of mind, then that decision may be not good for you and your money. You can take a time. I'm giving a pause for around 1 minute. You think it over. That in life, it happened many a times that you later on realize that you were angry and you have done something wrong. Or you, one day when you start from your home, in the office, the day was not good at all because in the morning there was some argument within the family. So I'm giving you time, you think it over, and then I'll come to certain more points again. Yes. Now again. So anybody of you want to say something, you may write in the chat box. Because sentiments are very, very important. This is important before we start or tell you any strategy. Whenever you are going for trading or whenever you are going for investing your money, you take your time, decide yourself, check all the parameters which we will be telling, or you know that these are good. Check the full level of your money, status of your money, and whatever you decide with a peace of mind, you should stick to that decision. Yes, you can check this on quarterly basis or monthly basis or annual basis, but you should not change it very frequently because patience play a very, very important role in our lives. And patience comes after we learn to keep patient. Means we learn to follow certain rules and regulations in our life. We should not be in hurry. We should be patient, we should be calm, and we should keep our health good. So when everything is good, because we are dealing with money, when everything is good, happiness comes, money comes, health comes, wealth comes. So these things are related. Once we are not in a good health, our wealth will not be of any use. But once we are not having wealth, our health will not be good because we cannot maintain that thing. So we have to maintain our health, we have to increase our wealth. For that, we have to follow a routine. In that routine, we decide that, yes, we will be trading or making any decision whenever we will be happy, we will be cool, there will not be any problems in life. So this is the importance of sentiments. In case of market sentiments are also there. So when market is very volatile, when some decisions are coming, when something is going on, if we are not having very good experience in trading, we should not go for trading that particular time because we may lose in that case. So these are certain points we wanted to discuss now. We will be discussing some things and we will be giving some affirmations to your people on a group when we'll make it. These affirmations will help you to increase your wealth because these are the standard affirmations. Everybody who is in this market follow some rules and affirmations, and this will help us a lot. Okay, thank you, Priyansh.
So how many of you felt that jab kharida to gir gaya aur jab becha to बढ़ गया? Right, it happens with most of us. So this is just because of the lack of patience that we, right? again. Now coming to the types of trading. The types of trading is there are different kind of trading. It's not like trading is like always buying and selling. It may be selling and buying. So trading style may be scalping, day trading, swing trading, positional trading. That scalping is a few seconds or a few minutes. You're going to buy certain things and you're going to sell it. Generally the very good traders with a very good skill, they do that. And that is on moment of the few paisa or the few rupees only, they come out from the market, either on the upside or the downside. The day trading, short term trading, one day maximum, do not hold position overnight, right? Most of the people traders, they do that. They buy it certain things or they sell it certain things, and they complete their position by the evening. The swing trading, the short and medium terms, the several days, sometimes a week. And the positional trading, this requires the maximum patience. The long term trading, weeks, months, and years. I know the people, they carry the Nifty positions over the years. They buy Nifty and they keep on trailing continuously over the month, one month after another month. They buy the 3 months Nifty and they continue with that over the years, and they make huge amount of money. But their sentiment or their brain is so mapped, they create that kind of idea that they do not bother about 2, 3, 4, 5% movement of the market. Generally, they change their whole idea, the whole position only once that market changes the direction, overall direction. So there are long-term direction, there is short-term direction. They do not bother about short-term direction. They only continue with the long-term direction. I know the person, they carry at least 50 lot of Nifty continuously over the years, right? And they learn huge amount of money. But believe me, for you beginners, scalping is not good, and positional trading is also not your cup of tea if you have not experience. For positional trading, you need experience, but definitely you can go for swing trading, right? That is few 1 day to several days or sometimes week. You can start with there. In the day trading also you need experience, and if you're not patient, you may lose. So I have promised that I'm going to give you a technique about swing trading today. I'm going to continue with that. Right here, I'm going to give you little idea about candlestick pattern, that is known as Japanese candlestick. Most of you know, but still I'm going to give you idea. See, this is the candlestick chart, and here this particular on this particular chart. So this is the open price of a share. You can see that green candlestick. Here, this is the open price, and it closes here. In between, it has gone down to the low, and it moves up to the high. So this open and high, open and close gives the idea about where on a particular time frame. It may be 1 minute candle, it may be a 1 hour candle, it may be a 1 week candle, it may be a 1 month candle, where the price opens on that particular time period and where it closes. And other things are the wick. These, the line that is the tail that you can see on that particular candle is known by the name wick, and that may be very long, very sometimes very small, and sometimes there is no wick. The complete solid candle is there. So it depends upon what kind of movement is going on the market. We will learn to the candlestick pattern, various kind of candlestick pattern, various kind of technical chart later on. So this is a candle, you can say green candle, where the price open at the lower rate and closes at the higher rate. Opposite to that, there is a bearish candlestick where the prices open at the higher rate and closes at the lower rate. In between the time period, the clauses that price goes to a high level and goes to the low level. But the solid candle is the part where the price opens and the close. The price opens low and closes high, then that is a green candle. The price opens high and closes low, then that is a red candle. Sometimes that is solid candle, and sometimes that is a hollow candle also, instead of green and red. Now let's go to the market, and as I have promised, I'm going to give you a technique right now, right? So very quickly, within 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a technique. Like whenever you're going to buy a particular stock, right? For the trading, I'm not giving you the idea about investing. I have given you the idea about investing earlier. Now I'm going to give you idea about trading. Can you see that a chart in front of you? Please confirm. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Right. So you can take any chart of your choice. You can say that I have opened a SBIN chart that is automatically opened here. Otherwise, you can take any chart. And this particular technique, this is swing trading, and that works on the daily chart basis. So I have taken the time period daily here. You can change the time period from here. In every portal, there is chart pattern available, and you can put that in 1 minute chart. You can put the same into the 1 hour chart, or you can put the same into the daily chart. So I have created here a daily chart, and in the daily chart, that is the State Bank of India. Everyone knows because I have chosen this particular chart. What you have to do is you have to start buying a particular stock or selling a particular stock. Most of the people are not having idea of selling a particular stock, so I'm started with buying. You have to find out a trend where the stock is continuously going down, right? Like you can find a trend here. Here the stock is going down. Can you see that, Ankush? Can you see that the stock is continuously going down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and suddenly what happens is then one day comes and this particular green candle here, this I'm going to enlarge that. Here, what you can see is this particular stock suddenly changes the trend. It goes down like this, and suddenly this stock on a particular day starts moving upward, and it passes the recent low. So here, this line is the candle. This red candle has made this high. Once this stock will move above this particular low, it will start changing the trend. It will move above this particular high of this red candle. Wait a minute. I should enlarge little more. This red candle where I am. So this is the, and from here it is going down like this, and from there it started changing the trend. And once it crosses the high of this candle, you should buy it there. On this particular day, you should buy. And for the you have to keep this stock not more than 5 days. You should keep this stock not more than 5 days. And so this is day one where you have bought 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wherever you are on the 5th day, you have to exit from that particular stock. Otherwise, your stop loss will be low of this red candle. Wherever the price is, say you can see this, the 326 rupees is a stop loss. You have bought this particular stock on 339 rupees, and you can sell it somewhere around 356 rupees. So you have got a good profit of almost 18 rupees on this particular stock while trading. Otherwise, you can take another example on the same stock also. So what is going on here also? The stock is going down. Wait a minute. Here also the stock is going down. It changes the trend, and this high is passing the last high of this low candle. Once it passes, you have to buy on that particular day and wait for the 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have to sell it whatever you are getting on the 5th day. Your stop loss will be low of this candle here. This is your stop loss. If it will go below that, you have to cut with your losses. Otherwise, in most of the cases, but the important thing in this particular strategy is a stock should maintain a lower lower line or the lower trend just 5, 6, 7, 10 days below that particular below that particular below this particular trend, right? Below this particular buying opportunity, I must say. And few important things, few moving averages are also there. Like I have created a moving average. What is moving average? In the last 20 days, how the stock has behaved. So this particular line, every particular trading panel is having this moving average line. You can draw this moving average line, and generally I draw it for the 20 days. So this is 20-day moving average. Wherever I'll put my cursor, this will give you the idea about 20 days moving average of this particular stock. So you should buy this stock below this moving average, and you should sell it within 5 days, right? You can sell it, you are getting good profit, you can sell it on the 4th day also, but you should keep this stock for at least 4 days. And you should not worry, say I have bought this stock here, it has gone down up to here. No, you should not cut it. Your stop loss is where? Your stop loss is here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are going to get this much amount of profit. On the 5th day, you have to cut the stock. So you have bought it where? You have bought it at the price of say 417 rupees, and you are going to sell it somewhere around 429 rupees. So you're going to get good profit. But it may happen that you're going to get loss also, because once this particular stock will go below your stop loss, without any sentiment, you have to cut that particular stock. So this is the idea. Now I'm open to your questions. You can ask questions. Again, we are going to repeat the same thing in Hindi from 12:15. So anybody wants who has joined late or who wants to repeat the class may join from the 12:15 also. Though, so this is a technique that I wanted to give you. A stock that is going down, you can buy it on the reversal of the pattern, and you have to wait for the 5 days, and you should buy below the 20 days moving average. You can draw the 20 days moving average line from any of the chart. And that is possible with any of the instrument like Reliance. This Reliance is there, right? Just see if it is going down like here. It is going down and it closes above this particular line. You have bought it there. Now wait for the 5 days. This is a downtrend that is from here to here. It closes above this particular. You should not buy on this candle. You should buy on this red candle where it has closed above this last red line, and you will buy it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You'll wait. On the 5th day, you can book your profit. Now you can ask questions. Anyone? I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir.
कोई question पूछना है? Again, these classes will go on next Saturday, Sunday. We'll go into the other aspects of investment and as well as trading. We'll talk about how to choose mutual fund, how to go for intraday trading, how to trade Bank Nifty and all one by one. And we're going to give you the idea about different indicators also, how to use different indicators. Sometimes we will try to give you on the later part of our training the live trading lectures also. So we can teach you how to trade in a live market. That we are also going to do.
So can I ask a question here?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Hello.
Ankush, boliye.
Sir, like you said is in the earlier part of the class, that there are different type of charges, transaction charges and taxes and all. So my question is, like you showed the SBI panel and this 5-day trick you discuss. So if we buy a share at 417 and sell it at 429 after 5 days, so it's 12 rupees profit on one share.
See, we are not going to buy. If you are a trader, if you are a trader, you should not buy a single share. You should buy at least a chunk. Right, at least 100 shares, 50 shares you should buy. These charges will definitely not work with the one share, because while trading, you should keep the charges in mind. And generally, those they trade in the future, at least 20 rupees is the commission in buying and selling, and rest are the taxes that is also there. So approximately, you can say in one trade you are going to pay 80 to 120 rupees as charges.
Okay, right. So if I buy and sell one share or 100 share, charges are same?
Not really. It depends on the value also. But you'll buy one share, you're going to because the security transaction tax and different things, that will be very high in the case of one share compared to the value of share. So if you trade with the somewhere around 5,000 rupees, then that will be okay.
Okay.
प्रियांश जी
बताइए.
राजेश इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग के विषय में थोड़ा डिटेल बताइए.
अभी हिंदी वाली क्लास में दोबारा ही मिलेंगे राजेश्वर जी, वहां पर हम लोग और डिटेल में बात करेंगे. 12:15 बजे आपको लिंक भेजी हुई है मैंने. 12:15 बजे.
ओके 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 ओके.
Anyone else? Okay, so on this note, please go through these recordings will be available on YouTube. These recordings will be available to you on our Facebook page also. So please check the Facebook page. I will try to share recording on your WhatsApp group also, and we will try to create one Telegram channel also for you people. So we will try to share link there also. So keep watching, keep learning, and keep earning. Good luck. Thank you.